Good morning, everybody. Today is April 1st, 2021. Happy April Fool's Day. And we are going to be taking a look at gold, silver, the S&P 500, and Bitcoin. Going over to gold. Gold is pumping nicely. I'm actually really happy to see this. We do need to, however, make a higher high. So it's time to finally adjust these yellow lines. This line right here is still necessary. This line is tracking down now with the break of this area. This green line is now where setup trend is. So if we can break below setup trend, that'll take us down further. But we need to see if we're going to have a higher high here. So that means breaking this yellow line. This yellow line is at $1,756. If we do not break above that, then I am expecting another move to the downside. Lower highs usually signals for lower lows. If we start making a symmetric triangle pattern, however, that could be interesting. However, we're going to be looking at this and paying attention to where this can go. Silver, I'm expecting to do the same thing as gold. Yes, silver is tracking the same way as gold. You can see a nice bounce coming back up. It looks like what's happening is we're getting a retest of here. Now, the line to break on the closing basis is now this line right down here to signal more downside. In fact, it doesn't even need to be that much. If you close anywhere below the midpoint of this green candle right here, which is around $24.20, that'll signal for you to go down more. Going over, our lines are just needing to be adjusted. That looks good, that looks good. And the red line now needs to stay still right here. There's nothing else to say on that. Hopefully, silver can rally all the way back up to the bottom of this channel and back test this as resistance before we have another breakdown. Going over to the S&P 500, this is probably why gold and silver are dipping down, and that's because the stock market is going to all-time highs, and it looks like it's going to close up there. So we had a really nice candle right now, and this is what I was saying I needed to see happen. Otherwise, I was going to get worried that the stock market was going to break down. And we are rallying up further. I don't know if this coincides with more money printing. If that's the case, then I mean, the value of the stock market isn't really going up so much as the value of your dollars is going down. So that's kind of a shame. Going over to Bitcoin on the daily. Daily chart is still consolidating. I did adjust this arrow because I was off by 2 days, my bad, to look for the 9. And the 9 is coming on April 3rd. Now, I don't know why this number was significant on this indicator I've been working on for a while. But April 3rd was the number to look for on the date. Now, I don't have a price target on it. I just know that that's a significant date. And hopefully that'll tell us if we're going to break down here or we're breaking out. But this consolidation, we've consolidated for, this is the third consecutive day of consolidation at $59,000 effectively. And that's telling me that the longer we're chilling in this area and just kind of resting on it and wicking into it and wicking below it and closing right at that line, the harder the breakout is going to be, the more violent it's going to be to the upside. So instead of a 5% move, you think a 10% move. Instead of a 10% move, you think a 15% move. So that's, and the time scale for the breakout is shorter. Because right now what's happening is all of the sellers, all the selling power is being consolidated down here at this $59,000 area. It's acting like a magnet with the price sitting in this area, that there's so many buyers in this zone that the sellers are being actually dragged to it. They're being dragged to it in a way for them to exit their positions. And so what that does is that clears the order book to the upside. And as the order book gets cleared more and more sparse, it takes less and less momentum once the last seller is out of the market for the buyers to pump the price. Now, the other problem is that a lot of sellers are going to be trying to take short positions. So now you have leveraged shorts going in. And with leveraged shorts, occurring at this stage, then you have to know when they get liquidated, which means they have to buy back into the market. And then if they have to buy back into the market at a loss, well, guess what? That's just more buyers in the market. So this is the psychology, and this is how the structure works of this situation we're in, is the longer we consolidate at this $59,000 area, the more and more violent the breakout becomes, because a lot of sellers are forced to become buyers at the breakout. And a lot of buyers are going to FOMO in. Because as soon as we break $62,000, that's going to set off so many alarms in people's minds at this point, because we've been consolidating for 2 weeks. We had our dip, we had a higher low, and people are still looking like, well, when is the drop? When is the drop? And then they're going to see a pump again, and they're going to FOMO in. So that's the situation I'm seeing occur. That's the psychology around where we're at. If you're already in the market, you're not feeling any of this pressure. If you're not in the market, you're sweating bullets right now. Figure out, oh, do I buy now or is it going to go down? And this is the point where if the breakout happens, you may get caught FOMOing in. So if I was not in the market right now, I would actually be buying at $59,000. I would be buying and stacking a lot. I would be stacking maybe 30% of my position right here. On a trade, I would be doing it right here because my indicators are all telling me that we're going up. And we have more room to the upside. And especially on the weekly. The weekly is telling me for damn sure that we have way more room to the upside. I would have treated this like an 8, but because we corrected for another day and another week and made an interest swing low that was even lower, this did become like a reset of the count for me. Otherwise, this was going to be treated as a 7, this was going to be treated as an 8, and this would have been the 9. Unfortunately, we just didn't get it, and I think this 9 is going to take out this this downtrend we have on the RSI. I think that's what's about to happen. So get ready, because the rocket ship is coming. We are, let's see if I can adjust this in any way that doesn't break the trend. Ooh, that's as far as it goes. All right, so we may be breaking down on setup trend on the 4-hour. See, the 4-hour picture changes a little bit. The 4 hours consolidation is good. We're still in the bullish territory. We are trending down, however, on the RSI. That's actually not a terrible thing as long as we stay in the bullish zone. The MACD, however, is trending down. So these are this is still bullish, but bullish neutral, and this is still bullish, but bullish neutral. And the volume. The volume hasn't really been telling me much. This was telling me a little bit of a story here. This was telling me not much. Like, this wasn't saying good things. This breakout was telling me that made sense. We back tested this yellow line perfectly, which is great, which was the previous top of this. And I mean, I think we're ready. We're ready at any time to start going into where this red line's at. And we can get there in the next 2 or 3 days. But I'm not taking the breakdown off the table. That can always happen. I'm more confident that we're going up than we're going down because we're consolidating at near all-time highs. And we've been consolidating at this $59,000 range for long enough for me to consider that a really good area to pop above. I think there aren't sellers in this area taking us out of it. It's not like we wicked into it and then it got rejected and we've been going down ever since. No, we've been hanging out there for days. So I'm confident in this market on Bitcoin. We'll have to see what other nonsense the SEC comes up with to screw with the crypto market, but that's just the name of the game now. Nobody likes it when you stop using when monopolies break apart. Monopolies usually aren't happy about not being a monopoly anymore. It just kind of is the name of the game. Competition sucks for monopolies. And all right, that's everything I have to say, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. April Fools. Haha. Bye for now.